Today, something extraordinary is happening in the world of currency speculation, and it has the Iraqi dinar community on high alert, across private investor chats, online forums, and social media groups. The same phrase is echoing over and over again. Live guru intel rates from this moment now confirmed. For many, these words feel like a long-awaited key turning in the lock of a dream they have carried for years. This isn't the usual distant hope or theoretical talk. The mood has shifted. The energy feels alive, urgent, and immediate. It's as if a number, hidden for years, is now glowing on screens somewhere in real time. People are saying this is the closest we have ever been to a true revaluation. Every heartbeat feels like it could be the one before life changes forever. If the whispers are true, history might not be coming someday. It could be happening right now. Investors across the globe are glued to their devices, watching, waiting, and refreshing for updates. The phrase "from this moment now, confirmed," has a power that can't be ignored, suggests action, not theory. It suggests that new rates are not just planned but already in motion, already appearing in certain places. Some claim that specific bank branches in certain countries have begun to see new figures appear internally. Others say private groups are being contacted quietly before any public announcement is made. Screenshots are circulating, though no one can fully verify their authenticity. But in a community built on years of waiting, even the hint of movement is enough to send excitement to a boiling point. What makes this moment different from past rumors? It's the word live. Live means now. Live means it's happening as we speak. And that word is the reason the energy feels unlike anything we've seen before. The Iraqi dinar story has always been one of hope, patience, and persistence. For years, investors had believed in the possibility of a dramatic revaluation, linking Iraq's rich oil reserves, economic reforms, and potential global partnerships to the idea of a stronger currency. This belief has survived countless false alarms, broken promises, and disappointments. Yet here we are in 2025, and the mood is different. The talk isn't about someday anymore, it's about right now. The live rates claim is fueling visions of walking into a branch tomorrow and exchanging dinar at numbers that could change financial lives instantly. For some, this moment is the reason they've held on through years of doubt. The phrase confirmed carries a dangerous kind of hope, one that makes the impossible feel suddenly close. And with every hour that passes, the anticipation grows, the conversations multiply, and the stakes feel higher than ever before. Inside private chat rooms, numbers are being whispered: $3, $4, even $5 to the dollar. These figures have floated through the community for years, but when tied to the word live, they hit differently. People are doing the math on their holdings, imagining paying off debts, buying homes, starting businesses, and securing futures they once only dreamed of. Some claim to have seen digital displays at banks showing unannounced rates, while others say they've heard from insider friends who confirm the changes are being tested. The truth is, no one outside official circles can prove anything, but that has never stopped the cycle of hope before. And now, with so much energy building, the line between rumor and reality feels dangerously thin. Investors are daring to believe that the screens might not just be tests this time, but actual preparations for a public rollout. Could this be the moment they've waited for all along? In the world of the dinar guru, intel has always been both a blessing and a curse. These self-appointed messengers claim to have inside sources, secret contacts in banks, or ties to government offices. Their updates have driven waves of excitement in the past and just as often, waves of disappointment when nothing materialized. But this week feels different to their followers. The language has shifted. It's no longer about preparing for a possible window in the near future. It's about confirming something that is happening right now. This change in tone has created a magnetic pull across the entire community. Whether or not every word is true, the psychology of belief is powerful. People want to believe. After years of patience, they need to believe. And that belief, mixed with the possibility that this time the intel is accurate, is what's keeping investors awake deep into the night. It's not just small investors who are paying attention. According to Chatter Online, some larger financial entities have been quietly moving in ways that fuel the speculation, reports unverified, but widely discussed claim that certain banks have increased their dinar holdings in recent weeks. Others talk about private conference calls between currency exchange groups and facilitators who guide clients through major transactions. The suggestion is that these players wouldn't be preparing unless they believed a shift was imminent. Whether or not those claims hold up under scrutiny, the narrative is compelling. The timing also feels significant. Iraq's economic progress in 2025, combined with broader global discussions on currency realignments, makes the rumor feel perfectly placed. Even skeptics admit that if there was ever going to be a year for big changes, this one fits the profile. That alignment between timing, chatter, and hope is what gives this rumor its unusual strength. For years, one of the most enduring mysteries has been why certain rate numbers, specifically $3, $4, and $5, keep returning in conversation. These figures have no official backing, yet they circulate endlessly. Part of the reason is psychological. Big numbers spark big dreams. Hearing $5 per dinar doesn't just sound good, it feels life-changing. It gives investors a tangible vision to hold on to, something worth the wait. In times of quiet, the numbers fade into the background. But the moment any hint of change appears, they roar back into focus. This week's live rates confirmed phrase has reignited those figures with full force. Now, every whispered number feels more possible than before. People aren't just dreaming, they're preparing, calculating, and imagining the exact day they walk into a bank with their dinar and leave with life transformed. That image is what keeps this rumor alive. The excitement this week is not. Without its caution, long-term dinar holders know the sting of disappointment all too well. They remember past moments when confirmed rates were supposed to be hours away, only for the news to vanish into silence. They've seen screenshots that turned out to be doctored, heard bank stories that unraveled under scrutiny, and followed intel that led nowhere. And yet here they are again, paying attention, feeling that pull toward hope. Why? Because every investor knows that one day the rumor will match reality. The thought that today could be that day is powerful enough to override the fear of being wrong. The phrase "from this moment now confirmed" doesn't leave room for later or next week. It means immediate. It means somewhere, somehow, the number could be live already. That possibility is why the community is buzzing louder than it has in years. Ready for anything? Across social media, the digital noise is deafening. Private Telegram groups are overflowing with posts. Facebook pages dedicated to the dinar are flooded with questions and claims. YouTube live streams are running non-stop, with hosts dissecting every piece of supposed intel. Every whisper from a banker, every vague hint from a government meeting. The atmosphere is electric, and in many ways, self-sustaining. One person shares a screenshot, another says they heard the same rate from a different source. And soon 100 people believe they've found confirmation. In a space where official silence is the norm, rumors become the heartbeat of the community. And when the rumor involves live rates right now, that heartbeat races. The conversation has shifted from what if to what now, and that subtle change is enough to keep thousands locked in front of their screens, afraid to blink in case they miss the moment the truth breaks. Part of what fuels the speculation is the alignment of external events. Iraq in 2025 is not the Iraq of 10 years ago. Economic reforms, new oil contracts, and ongoing talks about integrating more deeply into global markets have given credibility to the idea that a stronger currency is possible. Add to that global discussions about de-dollarization and financial restructuring, and the timing feels suspiciously perfect for big moves. Guru intel sources are pointing to these changes as proof that the rumors aren't just random, they're tied to real, visible progress. Whether or not those dots actually connect is another question, but perception matters here. When investors see Iraq's economy strengthening and global financial shifts happening at the same time, it becomes easier to believe that live rates could indeed be showing somewhere, right now. That belief becomes contagious, spreading through the community like fire through dry grass. The psychology of this moment is fascinating. Hope, when mixed with even a shred of perceived evidence, becomes almost unstoppable. People who have waited for years start to imagine that all the patience, all the holding, all the doubt was leading to this single turning point. They picture themselves receiving the message they've dreamed of, that their dinar is suddenly worth exponentially more than it was yesterday. They imagine the phone call to family members, the quiet drive to the bank, the conversation at the counter, and the life that unfolds afterward. This mental movie plays over and over, intensifying with every rumor. It's not just about money. It's about freedom, security, and dreams long deferred. And that's why the words live rates now confirmed cut through skepticism like a blade. They don't just promise change, they promise that the wait could already be over. Some claim that the intel circulating now is more credible because it is being repeated by multiple independent voices at once. In previous years, a single guru might make a bold statement and watch it fade away when no one else echoed it. This time, however, the same phrase, almost word for word, is appearing in different corners of the community. It's that repetition gives the illusion of verification, even if no hard proof exists. People begin to say, well, if they're hearing it too, it must be true. This creates a feedback loop where each unconfirmed claim strengthens the others. By the time the rumor has passed through dozens of hands, it feels less like speculation and more like a fact waiting to be officially announced. In this way, the community itself becomes the engine that keeps the excitement alive. Regardless of what's actually happening behind closed doors, for many longtime holders, this moment is also about vindication. They have endured years of being told the dinar was a fantasy, a scam, or a waste of time. Friends have laughed, family members have doubted, and financial experts have dismissed the idea entirely. To those investors, the phrase confirmed is more than just potential news. It's proof that their faith wasn't misplaced. It's a chance to say, I told you so to every skeptic. That emotional undercurrent gives this rumor extra weight. It's not just about the possibility of profit, it's about winning a quiet personal battle that has lasted for years. In that sense, the revaluation, if it happens, will feel like more than just a financial event. It will be a deeply personal victory for those who never stopped believing. No matter how many times the finish line seemed to move. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Skeptics inside the community are warning others to slow down, to remember how many times similar claims have ended in nothing. They point out that until an official announcement is made by recognized financial authorities, all of this remains speculation. But in moments like these, caution has a hard time competing with hope. Even those who try to temper expectations find themselves wondering, but what if it really is happening this time? That's the dangerous magic of the word confirmed. It leaves just enough room for doubt to step aside. And while skeptics are right to urge patience, they also know that the day will come when one of these rumors turns out to be real. The problem is, no one can predict which day that will be, and that uncertainty is what keeps even the doubters watching closely this week. The concept of live rates carries a unique thrill because it implies the change isn't coming, it's already here, just not public yet. The idea that, somewhere, behind closed doors, bankers and officials are looking at a screen with a brand new number on it is intoxicating for investors. It transforms the wait from an indefinite future into a secret present, a reality just out of reach. People imagine those screens glowing in dimly lit offices guarded by confidentiality agreements and security protocols. They imagine the handful of insiders who already know, smiling quietly to themselves while the rest of the world is unaware. This mental image fuels conversations endlessly. It makes every delay feel like part of a controlled rollout, rather than a setback. And if that image is accurate, then the announcement could come at any moment, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Maybe before this very week ends. The role of private exchanges in this rumor is also driving speculation. According to some voices, certain groups are being contacted quietly for early processing before the rate goes public. This idea has been floated before, but now it's being tied directly to the live rates confirmed narrative. People are asking if they're exchanging privately. Does that mean we're next? The thought of missing out creates urgency, even panic, among some holders. They don't want to be the last to act if the window opens suddenly. This sense of a ticking clock pushes the rumor's energy higher. It's no longer just about whether the revaluation is happening, it's about whether it's already begun, without everyone knowing. That fear of being left behind can be even more powerful than the hope of gain, making this particular wave of intel one of the most intense the community has seen. What's interesting is how quickly the discussion has shifted from, "Is it true?" to "What will you do when it's true?" In chat rooms, people are sharing detailed plans for what they'll do once they've exchanged. Some talk about paying off every debt they have. Others dream of moving to new homes, funding charities, starting businesses, or traveling the world. This future casting makes the rumor feel even more real. When you picture yourself living the outcome, it's harder to imagine it not happening. That visualization is a powerful psychological tool, and in the dinar community, it's working overtime right now. Every plan shared adds another layer of belief. And when belief spreads, so does momentum. The community is essentially talking itself into readiness emotionally, mentally, and even logistically for the possibility that the live rate's confirmed. Message is the doorway they've been waiting to walk through. For outside observers, it might be hard to understand how a single phrase can trigger such a massive response. But for those inside the Iraqi dinar world, context is everything. This isn't just about a few weeks of speculation, it's about years of anticipation, built one rumor at a time. Every investor carries their own timeline of near misses, their own mental list of dates when they thought it would happen. That long history means that when a rumor comes along that feels different, stronger, more urgent, more widely repeated, it lights a fire that spreads quickly. And this time the fire is burning hotter than usual. The timing, the global context, the multiple voices all saying the same thing. It's a perfect storm for belief. Whether or not the storm produces the change they want, it has already transformed the energy of the community in a profound way. As the hours pass, the anticipation isn't fading, it's building. Investors are keeping devices close, refreshing pages, checking messages, and staying ready for any sudden alert. Some are even setting alarms through the night to make sure they don't miss the moment. The idea that this could be the day is too powerful to ignore. Even if official confirmation never comes, the psychological charge of this moment will be remembered for years. It's one of those rare spikes in the dinar story when the collective hope surges to a level that feels almost unstoppable, right? If by chance the next message they see is the one they've been dreaming of, they'll remember exactly where they were when it happened. That's the kind of electricity that the phrase "live rates from this moment now confirmed" has injected into the community this week. An energy that's impossible to fake. So here we are, minus 2025, and the Iraqi dinar conversation is louder, faster, and more urgent than it has been in a very long time. The rumors are swirling, the intel is flying, and the same 6 words are keeping millions glued to their screens. Live guru intel rates from this moment now confirmed. Will this be the day the dinar story changes forever? Will the whispers become reality? transforming decades of patience into sudden, tangible reward? No one outside the inner circles can say for certain. But one thing is clear: hope is alive, stronger than ever, and it's carrying the community forward into each new hour with eyes wide open. Whether today is the breakthrough or just another chapter in the saga, the energy is undeniable. And for those who believe, this could be the most important moment yet. After all, change often comes when you least expect it.